Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah, and today we have a video that's unlike anything else on this channel. I was recently decluttering files on my computer, and I happened across a video I vaguely remember filming. It's the closest thing I have to a before our minimalist journey. And we had started simplifying at the point. I know when you see the footage, you're not gonna believe that we had actually started simplifying, but we had, trust me. And it was actually much worse than I remembered it. I think what's so interesting, especially, you know, looking here, I would 100% say we're not done simplifying. Like, we still have excess, we're still in the process of decluttering, simplifying, etc. But to see the difference between the footage I'm about to show you compared to now, the video I just posted was our new minimalist apartment tour, and if you watch that one, I'll put it up here if you haven't already, you can see such a huge difference between this. It's insane. And so I think, even though I am a little embarrassed about showing this footage, I think that it's really important just to kind of see the progression. And even though it looks vaguely more like an episode of Hoarders than I expected when we were looking back at the clip, it just gives me a lot of satisfaction knowing kind of the process and the progress that we've made over the last 2 years as we've simplified and simplified and simplified again, and we still keep doing it. But as far as just a couple disclaimers before the footage, first of all, I am making some random comments on the video. I'm kind of like breathing into the camera. This was before, this was a couple months before my very first YouTube video anyway, quite a while ago, and so I wasn't really, you know, skillful at recording things as much like maybe as I am now. I mean, I didn't have like any of the tools and stuff I have now, but so anyway, so there's some, it's a little shaky, just kind of going back and forth. I will say also too, just in addition to the stuff, it was also not very clean at this time. Now, I think when I filmed this, I kind of remember being just so frustrated at everything that was there, and I was just like, you know what, this is done, this is never happening again, this is not acceptable. We'd actually been living at this apartment for about a year at that point, and so a lot of that stuff, that's how it was for like a whole year. Some of the messes that were out was kind of just temporary. I mean, I mentioned it in the video, but it was kind of like the holiday season, so I got a bunch of stuff out when we were trying to sort through like the gift process and dealing with that. We're both teachers, so I even mentioned it was like final exam time, so our living room has like paper spread everywhere. So yeah, I'm not trying to make excuses, it is really atrocious, but those are just, I think, some things to keep in mind as you're watching. And again, if you haven't watched the apartment tour yet, video that we just put up, you can hopefully see a big contrast as well. So I'm a little embarrassed, but that's enough talking. I will show the clip now. I apologize in advance. So here we have the bedroom, and we'd actually done some organization kind of recently. We also kind of came back from a trip, so a little messy there. And so we did do a first round of minimalism in here. Unfortunately, there's still a lot left. Jake's doing a lot better than I am. He's down to these clothes hanging up, and I've got this whole section and over here, so I definitely have my work to do. Eliminating some of these other belongings here. Again, we're pretty proud of how clean this part is compared to the rest of the house, so I guess that's saying something. Then into the bathroom. We've done some work here. Kind of a lot going on here. There's no reason why we need this many products, and even all these products in reserve, so working on reducing that. Got additional things down there. That then takes us to our dining room. So right now there's a lot of holiday gifts and some catch-all here, but again, excess is kind of apparent everywhere. Some things we need to take to other places. Extra boxes, why do we have those? This is kind of our area with stuff that we are intending to get out of the house or area, so that's our kind of progress point. Living room here, kind of junky, well, definitely very junky at the moment. Some more gifts over there on the chair. A lot of papers. It's kind of final exam grading time, but still just a lot of stuff. And I assure you, every dresser we're passing is packed with things. Here's some more boxes and additional stuff that doesn't have a place. More stuff, some scattered shoes. Clearly our system is not working. And then here's probably the worst room of all, kind of our catch-all. Now it normally, well, I can't say normally, it doesn't look this bad. We did empty out the closet with hopes, or mostly empty out the closet with hopes we'd be able to do some work on the stuff that was in it. However, what you see on the floor is what was in the closet before. So a lot of extra things. Bookshelves are packed. Have we read anything off of there recently? Not at all. Corners are packed with things. Desk covered with stuff. File cabinets covered with stuff. More stuff in the corner. We're really packing stuff in every nook and cranny. And the truth is, how often do we use these things? Rarely, if ever. This stuff needs to go. Moving on then to the kitchen. So this is kind of one part of our kitchen. So you've got a lot of junk under the table. Tons of cleaning products. And the truth is, the majority of these we don't even use. I hate some of these products. I mean, baking soda and vinegar can be your go-to clean source for a lot of these things. A lot of this junk was left over from Jake's college roommates. And, you know, we've pawned off some of it and used up a few things, but still too much. Excess things. This table is kind of a place for random stuff that doesn't make it into the cabinets and whatnot. More junk and tons of appliances on here, no real organization. And then in the kitchen I was just juicing, so that is out and that will be cleaned very shortly. Made a yummy beet, carrot, apple, orange juice. And so this area is not as bad at the, well, it's not great, but not as bad as it has been. And that's kind of a quick tour, basically. Alright, you made it through that terrible footage. So anyway, why am I sharing this with you guys? I want to kind of show just an example of, like, you know, things look a lot better for me now in terms of the space, but it wasn't always like that. And even if you feel like you don't even know where to start, if you just start somewhere, start targeting specific places, start targeting specific items, gradually let things out of your house. I mean, it's been a 2-year process for us so far. And so within that time, we've made immense progress, and I'm sure if you were to do the same thing going forward, I'm sure you would find immense progress being made too. Like I said, I'm proud of the footage to see how far we've come. I'm also a little bit horrified because I can't believe we were living like that, but maybe you know someone, maybe you can relate to certain areas being cluttered. Probably not as bad as that, but if you are looking for some more advice, if you kind of feel like, you know, enough's enough, it's time for me to start a more minimalist journey, start to simplify my life, I do have a couple guides to help you do that. If you sign up for my newsletter list, I'll put the link below. You can get access to the 8-step guide to start your minimalist journey, as well as a declutter challenge guide that takes you room by room to help you really navigate what to do. Now that we got through that, I think the only way to go is up. If you guys do enjoy minimalist related content, I post 3 videos a week, and we'd love to have you as a subscriber so you don't miss out on any of these videos. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!